Why does that look different? Don't like when I can't. Oh my God. See these people that don't believe in Mercury retrograde, like I just don't understand why they don't. So, I will check to see if I can hear myself. Wait a minute. I was meant to be finishing about now, so this might have relevance for other people. It's just yeah, it's working. Yeah, so I was going to be welcome if you're new. My name's Claire, not Crystal, and everything I do is channeling, clearing, and healing energy. And this is for Scorpio. See, I just went into work mode. This is, oh, hello, Tani. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Mercury retrograde kind of mucking everything up, but I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing good. Um, so, oh, yes, you've got to use your wee highlighting thing, being a member. Good. Yes, I was going to be popping in there before this and there's a chance I might have popped in after this. I really don't think so though, because of how late I'm doing this. But I'm definitely planning on being in there on Thursday. So hopefully I catch you at least at some point. But at least I've caught you here. But yeah, the plan was I was going to be hello Sushma. I was going to be going live about 5 or 6 my time, and then I was planning to finish about 7:30, quarter to 8, because that's basically when the Scotland Denmark game started. So it's a big game here, if you're not aware of it, if you're in other parts of the world. But I'm not like, I do like watching football, but I wasn't that bothered of it. I'll see the highlights and everything, or I'll catch the. I don't think I need to record it because it'll be. I can just catch. Yeah, I can get on my catch up thing. But again, I don't think I'd even be that bothered about doing it. But anyway, the thing is, what's quite funny is for those people that are local, I really didn't, yeah, it's like my plans have all went a bit ski whiff, but that's always for a reason. Um, I think you're saying something about your partners and no contact. I'm just doing general readings just now, so you can see if it resonates with you. I'm on my way out the door, got to go to work anyway, but I was going to book in with you, so I'll email you. Absolutely, yeah, I'll look out for that, and I really look forward to that. Yeah, I hope your work's going great. I've been thinking about you. And if by the way, if people don't realize this, right, Tani only joined the membership not long ago after literally just finding me. She joined as soon as she found me. So, that was a huge so it was very humbling because for somebody to join that soon, like I always say, you must be soul family. But and then she booked, she got right on it and she booked a session, she loved it, and that's her second one. So, that feels important to say that, because us Scorpio risings need to toot our own horn because we can be very mysterious and hidden. I'm just pointing that one out to other people. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm meant to be live right now while that game is playing so that I can be sending some prayers and healing energy out to them. I can't promise it's going to change the outcome, guys, but it's like we'll try our fucking best kind of thing. And the thing is, Scotland always do try their best. So even if it doesn't go, the way that that people would want it to, I'm sure they'll do amazing. So I will watch that after though. So I don't think we'll be seeing too many of the guys around here tonight talking the Scottish ones anyway, but we'll just see. So yes, so all new people join, it's worth it. Well, thank you very much for saying that to me. Thank you very much for saying that, especially because I've just had a cheeky wee 3 weeks off to myself. So, thank you. Yeah, I will be basically once I get this week over with. But really I will, I'll need to rest tomorrow, but I will be filming stuff on Thursday too, and I'll be filming the live stream. Well, it's the new moon in Scorpio on Thursday, but it's actually going to be a moon in Sagittarius just to confuse matters. But yeah, I won't really feel like I'm back in the swing of things, I don't think, until next week. But anyway, so I'm going to put in the wee the bit if anyone wants a paid personal, because obviously I can see that Sushma, sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right, but I can see that it looks like you're saying that like I do that, but I don't do it till the end. So yeah, so you're saying again. So basically, that's what I'm saying is I don't. Oh my God. So wait a minute, because I've not been here for ages. Just to make it clear, this is a general reading. So I will do paid personal readings, but at the end of this. So if you want a free reading, come back in a few weeks when it's Leo Moon, basically. Anyone, because I've got to get on with this collective stuff. I'm just trying to fit everything in, and then that can be the details for people. Why is it not fitting? I'll just take if you want. Paid personal, 5 minute, 15 minute. Uh, there we go. So this is basically what I'm about to. Oh my God, if it lets me. There we go. So that Kofi link, when you press it, I know everyone knows this, but just in case anyone's new, when you press it, it'll take you to the page and it'll say tip. Press tip, and it's got three options. So the first option will give you 5 minutes of a 5 minute reading. The second option, I'll do it for about 15 minutes. 5 minutes 50. This is all loosely, by the way, because a lot of the time I could go way over that. Like add on to it, but don't expect that. But I'm just saying I can do that. And then obviously the one that people don't book very often, but it's open to do that if you want a 30-minute one, but it's all just done on here in live stream. And I don't often, a lot of time I haven't got energy to do that, but just now I've got loads of energy. So if someone wants that, yeah, so basically, or you can use the inbuilt option. It's a wee bit, I have to navigate a wee bit differently. If you use the YouTube inbuilt option, if you could just go as close to those amounts as you can, that would be helpful. But a lot of the time, like say somebody donates like, a couple of pound or a fiver or something, like I'll pull you a couple of cards. Like, it's if I've got the time to do it, I'm going to do that. But it's not always that when somebody donates, I'm always going to do cards. So just know that it's it's at your own discretion kind of thing. But there's a lot of it's very often I will, because when I'm doing this, it just depends. So, but when I'm doing these ones, the priority is to do the get on with the main message because it takes ages. And then the other link is the booking link. So I always just put that in for people on the replay. Right. So, and also I'm very used to on a Scorpio moon, because right now it's Scorpio moon, but it's also Scorpio sun. So it's very very quiet, very still, very painful energy, this for a lot of people as well. But it's always a ghost town. And what I mean by that, it's like tumbleweeds. So I'm very used to doing the Scorpio read, and there's not anyone here for a while. But I wonder with me accidentally, but it's never an accident, coming on a lot later now. Maybe that is because it was going to be better timing for people in other parts of the world. It usually is why I do tend to go live most of the time throughout the rest of the year around 8 o'clock. I definitely do on the Monday. It's just I'm in a habit of doing it 8 o'clock on the Monday, like 8 till 8 for the mediumship. But for these other ones, I'm going to be aiming to do it around my tea time, because I'm usually like, I'm usually in my jammies in my bed watching The Office by now. So you know what I mean. But I'm okay doing it because it's not every night; it's every couple of nights. So right, anyway, let's crack on with it. So now that we've got that bit, and hello everyone on replay, because that's where the majority of people are going to be, unless you're, because it says there's only 2 people watching right now. I just need to get up my questions that I made up. But right, okay, so oh yeah, and I did find those cards that I used to do for that. But I don't know where they are right now, so we'll not bother faffing about with that. But yes, but just generally, it's a dark moon right now because we've got the new moon in Scorpio on Thursday, and the new moon and the full moon always last either side, 2 or 3 days either side of when it actually is. So it'll still be very much the new moon energy, like Friday as well, and even a little bit in the weekend, I suppose. And but the weird thing is that although the new moon is on Thursday, really shortly after, it moves in to Sagittarius. So the Scorpio energy is more present tonight and tomorrow. Um, Right, so I always just trust. I've picked up this deck, and that's not usually what I would use to identify. But I'll just put that there. Um, right, what will we use? Right, this. So this is to identify the divine feminine energy, but this is also the masculine feminine energy. But this is to just get, and this is basically to help you if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I don't know if this is mine or not, or but you know, the way that I work, it's not usually like, oh, somebody's going to tap the fuck out if it doesn't make sense to them. It's like it would be wise to hang around and listen because there's always bits of wisdom and everything I do is healing. So there's always something coming through to be helpful to hear. Or it's just entertaining because you know this is all entertainment after all. But it's general anyway. But like I would say, it's stories, but it's true stories. So it's just like I don't know whether it's yours or not. People do seem to find it is theirs a lot of the time, scarily so. But like I said, you know that's a Scorpio rising thing. People, you know, feel like I'm reading their soul, but you'll see on the chat, it's like quite a few people will resonate. So it's kind of the magic of how this all works. Um, but yeah, anyway, if you resonate with this, this is I'm asking for the feminine energy, whether you're male or female. This is, you know, to identify you, but this could also be the masculine feminine energy. And also I am running well, I'm planning on, I don't know, I'm kind of going off it myself. That's quite funny. So basically, if you want to do it, you really do need to let me know during the sessions or email me and say, no, I do want to do it. Because I'm like, you know, that's what happens. I'll just kind of lose momentum and I'll get distracted and I'll want to do something else, you know, the ADHD problems. But it might be for a reason too. But you know, I mean, it basically what I'm saying is I'm planning on doing the Meet Your Warrior Guide Power Animal workshop on Sunday the 30th of this month. And it's because that is an Aries moon. I don't usually work Sundays, but I'm guided to do that. But it's only if people want to do it, so let me know. But I'm using the animal cards, that's why I'm mentioning that. So, oh, lovely. And also, I always make the joke, but I'm not joking when I say this. There's a jewelry company like Crystals. You'll see it on those the other channels called Otter Spirits. I always think that when I see it, but I'm always like, look, I don't think they're going to be wanting me because I swear too much. But it's like, and I also don't wear. I've got tons of crystal jewelry and I never wear them. I've got just now. I've got some Claire's accessory. I've got a wooden bracelet on it, and my this actually says together, balance karma or karma balance. So the guided me to put that on there. I kind of got it just to be cute, but I do actually really like them. I mean, that one looks like a kid's bracelet, but that one I quite like that one. But yeah, I don't tend to because I'm such high frequency anyway. The crystals, you know, that could really like put you on overload, and I don't think I need any more of that energy coming in. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just plugging them anyway because they seem like a very nice company and loads of people that I trust love it. So I'm just sort of saying. But right, so you're never alone. But yeah, so basically I feel if you're the feminine energy, you could be in the fields. You could be feeling quite alone right now. So notice that is what I had said, is that people, you know, you can feel a lot of pain in this energy. And you know, those of you that are here all the time, you'll know this, you've heard me say it loads of times, but for the people that are new, you know, because I'm a shaman, like I'm a shaman and a medium, but I'm a divine feminine that transmutes the energy for the collective. And so I don't mind saying, because I'm always really raw and real, that I was crying really badly. I was trying to work out what day it was, but I think it looks like it was Sunday. But it was just like a big build up of emotion. And then it was like it got to about 9 o'clock at night, and I honestly couldn't stop crying for two. It might have even been 3 hours. And then, you know, keeping on anonymous. But then I did get, you know, one of my close friends got in contact today, and like I feel she might have been one of the people definitely that I was tuning into that wasn't feeling good. Along with, you know, I've got somebody else in my life I know that I was tuning into. Like, you know, I'll actually be able to feel like who it is, the different bits and bobs, but I'll be getting different bits and bobs from everyone, as well as clients that I'm close with, which are soul family clients. And you know, even loads of the people that have joined that I don't know you, I could be picking up on you and I don't know who you are yet, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's all quite intense. So the reason they're getting me to say that is because with me being away shore, I do pick up on the energy. Sometimes it's like years before, sometimes it's months before, sometimes it's weeks, sometimes it's just a matter of days. Like I was explaining in the video earlier, one of the things that, because this is such a tiny wee channel, look out for what I'm saying, that like I'll pick up on this tonight, and then you might notice that some of these other big channels, like some of them are great and some of them are not so great, basically, but a lot of them are great. But I will have got the message like, a few days before them, a few weeks before them. So, and that's why I was saying it might be wise to check out the Scorpio 8th house one that I done last, which was that it was like the end of August I done that, because I usually do 1 month off, 1 month on. So anyway, with all that being said, I feel if you're the feminine, you might be really missing, the otter to your otter, the lobster to your lobster. That card's conveniently sitting here actually. You're the penguin to your penguin, because that lobster card came out earlier. But you could be feeling a bit alone with something, but you're not alone. And but also it's more feeling like this could be the masculine feminine side, like you could be really in the feels. So let's now get something to identify the masculine. So I'd imagine this is the people with really heavy Scorpio placements that I'm tuning into, which is also me as well. But like I said, thank God I'm not in the same feels. I was a bit worried actually when I was like the other night. I thought, fucking hell, am I going to be all right to do these live streams? But I've got out my system, so I'm just stressing that like, because I am a collective channel, that wasn't just all my stuff. But some of it was mine. So, it's just, be kind to yourself if you're having a lot of deep emotions coming up. What have we got for the masculine collective? Now, this is a very mixed bag of cards. I'm not even shuffling a lot of them. Let's see. What did I say actually on that shorts that I just done for today? The very last card was like, I'm releasing myself from karmic ties. I'm changing, something like that. If that comes out again. Oh, something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. Now, I don't know, to be honest. Did I pull that? I might have pulled it reverse. So we're going to read it two ways. This person might have a lot to say to you, but when it comes down to it, they back out. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to reach out. Actually, yeah, I think that was the energy of the shorts. For either today or tomorrow, that was definitely the energy of the shorts. These are all timeless, but this the shorts is tying up with this, and this is what I mean. Like, so everyone knows this, and I get bored of repeating the same stuff over and over again, which is why I need a break for a month when I do all these in a row. But yeah, some people it is real time, but some people it is, this is Akashic Records. It's the past, present, future. So some people it's people's past, some people it's your present, some people it's not happened yet, and it's an omen when it's really dark stuff. And there will be something dark coming out. There always is with Scorpio. Like Scorpio new moon, there's going to be something. But yeah, so I feel, there's people that have got a lot to say. They maybe don't know how to come forward, and then there's people that are, but there's actually there's quite an exciting, adventurous energy of some people really have got a lot to say and they are coming forward. So I'm going to leave that one there, see what else comes out. A very mixed bag that I'm picking up on. Like the reading I done today as well was like, a masculine collective that are still in denial and like running away, and really reminded me of the Chris Brown song, like, don't wake me up. Or like a channel the James, I was going to say James Brown there, but the James Arthur song on the one earlier, like, empty space, like, I don't see you, you're not in every single thing I do. You are not the missing piece, and I don't think we're meant to be. It's like, but I'm lying to myself again. I'm all alone in my head, and I'm missing you, and I'm seeing you wherever I go. It's like that kind of vibe. And then I couldn't remember the 80s song. And then when I was in the bath, I was like, that's it. It was like, I ain't missing you at all since you've been gone away. John Waite, I believe his name is when I Googled it. But every time I think of you, I almost catch my breath. Or I always catch my breath. You know, that one. Whatever all the lyrics are. It's a sad vibe. It's the vibe I would expect for a Scorpio new moon, but at least I'm tuning while I'm delivering it. What else have we got for the masculine collective? And prayers for anyone that is in a shitty, not feeling so good energy. I'm not laughing at anyone feeling like that. It's just, it would be a bit miserable if I was miserable channeling this kind of thing. The future. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures. Oh my God, when I said the word adventure, And I said the word adventure because the word adventure was staring at me. So there is definitely something about someone wants to go on an adventure with you. Going on adventures and growing old together, I want it all. So, that might be the something that someone's got to say. But for a whole load of other people, it could be this person's got stuff to say that's going to upset you. It's more likely going to be, sorry to go that way, but that is, we're a Scorpio new moon, it's going to go that way a little bit, but we'll stick with this just now. So I think I might hold that for the thumbnail. So I can't get used to my haircut either. I'm going to light the sage while I wait to see if that's all right. It's like one of these things where I don't regret it. But what I always say to people for 10 years now, I say to people, don't get a haircut at Mercury retrograde. And so I think that might be why I bet you I'm just going to be doubting it until we get into like December when we come out of the shadow. I'm going to be like, oh man. Um, yeah, that'll do. Because I've had my haircut like this loads of times. I've actually been getting my haircut like this for 10 years. It was 10 years ago I done it for the first time. I remember and I done it and it was totally liberating because I'd always had long hair and then I cut and I was like, fuck, why did I not do this sooner? I suited much better. But it's always like a different cut every time I get it. It's kind of anyway. But those of you that have went from long hair to short hair, you'll hear what I'm saying. But it's just kind of weird because I always just prefer to have my curly hair. So that's why I'm like, and also just when you want to just chuck your hair up like in a hat, which is fine because it's under the hat, but when you're wanting to just chuck your hair on top of your head and that's all really annoying because it's like really short. Like even my niece is like, "Can I put a ponytail in?" I'm like, "Well, there's not going to be much to work with." Do you know, it's like the shortest ponytail ever. Can I do a pleat? Well, no, you can't, head. You're going to need to wait a couple of months. You're not going to get a pleat unless I was walking about with like freaking short little, tiny little pleats sticking out my head and everything. But anyway, it's only hair, and I'll get over it. That's what is. Grieving the curls will come back. Right, okay, so we'll put that deck back just now because it's just quite intense, and this is going to be intense as it is. I can feel it. Right, so that's just to identify. Let's hope some people come on and chat. So, right, so what was an issue in the past then? I'll put that back in that deck. I might actually use that again for that. So what was an issue in the past for the feminine, the masculine's feminine side? For some reason I want to pick up this deck. That's a bit of a weird deck to pick up, but we'll trust it. What was now I know it's fine, but just because there's no one here, I do just want to check. Yeah, it's only because once I done this and I was talking for 45 minutes and like nobody told me that the mic was off. Took me a long time to get over that because I was like, what a bunch of bastards, man. Like, I just think it must have been haters that were watching or really shy people, maybe a mix of both. But that's just where my Scorpio rising mind went to. But anyway, we got over it. We got over it. Right, okay. So what have we got for in the past? What was going on with the feminine or the masculine's feminine side? Now these are more money cards, so that's what I'm saying. That's a bit weird, but we'll trust it. Gambling came out of this today. Vacation. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. Now that came out in reverse. Oh, hello Renee, how are you doing? I was just saying I hope some people come on. I hope you're doing well. If you remember to remind me, and if I remember on my own accord, I can do your new moon reading either tonight before I get off this or Thursday. So one of the two. We'll see. It might be that I haven't got energy to do them, but I don't think it's going to be the case because I feel like I've got loads of energy just now. So you just let me know as long as you're all right hanging on for me to do that. So yeah, I really do feel if you're the feminine, I feel it in the past. And when I say in the past, this could even be like yesterday. This could be a few hours ago. This could be a few weeks ago. I'm good. I'm glad to hear you're good. I got back to your email. I only just got back to it today. I'm a bit rusty at the old emails, but also when it's near a weekend, I don't reply to Tuesday. I know that you know that, but just in case you hadn't seen it. But I really do feel, that you could have been in the past a bit guilty of being a bit of a workaholic or like needing to take a rest. And when I say rest, I don't mean like a day off here and there. And that's really what I have like reflected a lot on. after having taken that 3 weeks off for myself. Like that done me the world of good. So I will always be doing that now at that time of year, because the only other time that I take more time off, and when I say more time off, it's, you know, probably about the same, like about 3 weeks, but maybe it's only 2 weeks. I usually do always, you know, it won't be real time filming that I'm doing over Christmas, because I don't really like this. You know, I get into it as much as I can, but I don't really like this time of year. But you know, because we've got vacation in reverse, yeah, I really do feel, you know, in the past you've been very similar. It's like you're really in need of that extended break, like a holiday. Like, and I feel it's like you need to actually get away somewhere. Like now, whether it involves sun or whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's just I'm getting the feeling of someone that if you're in your house, you're going to start doing things to do your work. And that's why they're using my stuff, because I know what that's like. But this could also be the masculine, feminine side in your feelings. Like you are also caught up, you know, working too much to avoid your feelings. So take it where it resonates. So in the past for the masculine, let's stick with this deck and see if it comes out again. What have we got? Oh, power. I've been resting for months. Yes, well, you needed to, because, well, not months, but you needed to for most of the time that I was off. When it, whatever I'd said to you, because the sun was going through your the eighth house, but it won't be there now. It will have moved. It'll be in your ninth house. So hopefully you've got a wee bit more energy now. Um, Power. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. But look at that picture. So whether you're the so this is for the divine masculine in the past. And remember what I said, the past could be a few hours ago or yesterday, so it doesn't need to be ages ago. But it feels like, you know, in the past, you've really needed to step into your power. Like, you know, so you could have had a lot of people around you that were disempowering you. Now, usually for the masculine, male or female, that is how it goes. And as I, you know, explain all the time, it's not that, oh, you know, the feminine is perfect and they've never had that. It's the feminine has already went through that, right? So it's like, so to use me as an example, I have went through that where, like, you know, I was letting too many people have too much power over me, and then I'm kind of like, hey, well, this is my boundaries, you know what I mean? And then it's and that's the idea that basically as a divine feminine, when you know, put your boundaries up and become more empowered, your twin flame will mirror that. You might not always get to see it happening in the physical, but you know, that is what will happen at some point. And also there can be a delay of years. Don't listen to the people, well, you can do what you want, but you know, a lot of people sometimes describe it like, oh, because you're like in inner union, like, you know, just it's gonna be like a matter of time. And I'm always like cringing, like I'm like praying for those people. Like, you know, it worries me sometimes because I'm like, I see the kind of like uh, fall, you know, I see the kind of, you know, the excitement and something. And it's like, you know, when you've been on that, you know, and again, I can't really say that without sounding like a total dick. So sorry. I mean, it's just going to be in the air because the moon and the sun are in Scorpio, and it's a bit of sass, and it's like the stinger. It's kind of like it is just true for those of us that have been on this journey such a long time. We have got more experience. It's just a fact. And we kind of know better, you know. And I sometimes see that naive kind of energy in some people that are a bit newer to the journey sometimes, that think that, like, you know, something's about to happen. Because like, and it might be, you know, and how do we know? It's like I've learned that there's no fairness in this journey. You know, it's you know, you're ready when you're ready, but it's not quite, you know, from working with thousands of twin flames now over that long, and obviously doing this work on myself too, it's not quite like that, you know. It's but it doesn't, it's no, it doesn't mean don't do the work, you know. It's worth doing the work, as long as you know that that's your true twin flame. They will mirror you back, you know. It's and that's what I've saw in the one for today. Now, and a lot of you wouldn't have had time to watch it, or maybe not everyone watches the pre-recorded, but just to recap on it, it's just in case it's the same sort of energy. Like, it was very, like I'd said, it was very much someone resisting an awakening, but it doesn't matter. Like, a huge big tower is going to happen and bring them to you anyway. It's reminded me of a few personal readings I've had over the years, to be honest. And I mean ones I've had for me, like, you know what I mean? But it's also ones I've done for other people. But it's that is the kind of energy that it feels. It's like, it doesn't really matter how much this person's like, you know, I don't see them. It's not, they're not, you know what I mean? It's like, it's, yeah, haunting. It feels like it's haunting this group of masculines. Or that's how it was before you've accepted it. But, or this is how it'll go. But I feel in the past, this masculine's been forced to focus on their own needs, or that's what's happening to you now. Because remember what I said, this could be like a few hours ago. You just had this epiphany. You could be having this epiphany with this new moon. Like, I need to focus on me. I need to be the sovereign being in my own life. And I need to step in at my power. Like, I can't be bothered if you go try to tell me what I need to do in my life. Boom, drop the mic. We're loving this. Yeah, look, you need to charge forward, be willing to make mistakes, progress. It's like I feel this is real progress for the people that might be feeling that message. And you know what? There's something about when you put the boundaries up with who you need to and you protect your energy, you could be seeing a real increase in your wealth. You're moving towards real wealth and prosperity. Keep up the great work. Yeah, keep up the great work, keep up the progress. Something's happening. And you know, I had said on the one earlier, although I was talking more about debt and stuff, that you know, Scorpio the eighth house is about debt, and so it's stuff to do with money and stuff. It's to do with karmic debt too, energy. So it's not always just money, but I really do feel, you know, there's a huge clearing of karmic debt for the masculine that's coming through in this too. And I did pull karma clearing the Saint Germain card earlier, so let's go to that deck now. See if he makes an appearance again. Hello Barbie, how are you doing? My Scorpio moon, so you'll like this one. Actually, oh look, we've got a Scorpio sun and moon, because Renee is Scorpio sun and Barbie is Scorpio moon. Are you Gemini sun, Barbie? I'm not gonna, I mean, that's, I'll be here all day trying, but I think you might be. Uh, I feel more energized now for sure. Good. That is, astrology says that that is how you should be feeling, because I know your chart. So I'm glad to hear that. Oh, what song's going off? I need to catch it before it goes off. You're still the one. It's, it's James Arthur again, but it's You're Still the One. So obviously that is originally Shania Twain. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long road. I knew we'd get there. So now I'm mixing up the words. They said, I bet they'll never make it, but just look at us holding on. Can't sing it, guys. Love the song, can't sing it. And I love it actually even more when he sings it, because it's like a guy, it's got a different vibe. But yeah, anyway, that's the song that just interrupted us. So been there, done that, just cut a cord 30 minutes ago. Good, glad to hear it. Taking your energy back. Retrograde brought the deceit back. Oh no, the deceit back out. So I snipped it for good. Good. Glad to hear it, Renee. Um, Barbie, my phone chimed in as you popped in. Magical, awesome. That's quite funny. Right. Okay. So I'm really glad there's at least three here. So you've heard me say that if you watch it from the start, but it's the Scotland Denmark big football game here, girls. So you know, I'd imagine quite a lot of the males that usually watch will be some of the females too, actually. Because, like I said, if I had finished when I started this when I'd wanted to finish, but I've got a little theory that I think maybe the guides and God are wanting me to put some healing energy out there for the Scotland team. So, yes. So, right. Yes. We're all unicorns. Yes. I know a lot of people love the unicorn energy around here. We've all got something unique and different about us that we need to own. Yes, absolutely, Renee. I was actually going to wear a blue jumper, you know, for Scotland, but I don't know. This jumper was just given. It was given a bit of. It was needing a bit of sexy vibes. It was needing a bit of like, you know, Scorpio sun and moon, and I was like, yeah, a bit of red. But what? He contacted. Wait a minute. Wait. He contacted you. Oh my god. Hello, Tohi Islam. Hello, I am your subscriber. Well, hello, welcome. Um, well, that's exciting. Was it positive? Was it positive? Or what was the vibe? Give us the goss if you want to. Right, so um what's the next bit? What's the next bit? Um this is well at 8 before this. I'm gonna be having another second tea. It's not a second tea. Basically, I had like my lunch when I would normally have my tea. Tea is like my dinner, like what you eat at night. We all call it different names in different parts of the world. Um, so, but I also do need to cook it's like I need to cook all of this pork, like because it's just like it's fine. I'll just be cooking at fucking midnight or something. I hope at least hopefully it's not 2 in the morning or something. I'm thinking, it's not going to be. I was thinking I was going to get off at 9. It's not going to be 9. That is like in half an hour. That's not going to happen. I think 10. I think realistically, but we'll just deal with it. I'll deal with it. It's fine. So I am a bit. I'm already a bit hungry though. But hungry around here usually means like it's like a sexual hunger in the air. It's like, but I am literally hungry. Right. So what is the North Node focus to get out the comfort zone for the feminine then? Um, See how well I did. I don't know. I think he acts like it's nothing, but I know better. What do you mean? What do you mean? Explain. Right. North Node focus. What's the feminine mean here? The feminine, the male and females and the feminine energy, or the masculine feminine side. What are they needing to hear? What would be good to focus on? That guy, Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Yeah, so it's exactly what I've channeled, because if you're new around here, this is what happens. Like, I will just say it and they'll back out the cards. The feminines went first, right? The feminine, you have put the boundaries up where you need to put it up. You've probably been working on that for years. If you're new at the journey and you've not started, get started now. It's never too late, kind of thing. But it's basically, you're leading by example. Oh my god, now another one's just come on. Now it's come on and oh my god. It must be when I'm like, why is it all James Arthur? It's on the James Arthur playlist, so it's going to be. But we'll just leave it and see what keeps going on. It's that song, Impossible, and you know what's quite interesting though, right? That actually went off for my alarm today, and it was like I don't know why, but it was really the words were really hitting really hard because it's got a bit in it where it's like tell them I was happy, do 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 do. Oh my, right. So anyway, the vibe, whatever the lyrics are, what I was getting was, it was like there's must be lines in it that's like shout it from the rooftops, like you know what I mean. So it's, but really that song's about a breakup too. So it was giving me two kind of vibes. It was like a masculine energy that's kind of like I don't care, say what you want, blah 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 blah, maybe a wee bit of attitude even, and then like the second energy I was getting is somebody could have been treated badly in a karmic relationship. If you think about the words of that song, if you know it, it's like oh, I don't know, I can't bother looking at the lyrics, but that's just a bit. It went off this morning too, and it just tried to go off there. But yeah, I feel you're walking your talk, and I feel it's very important if you're the feminine energy that you keep doing that. You keep speaking your truth, walking your talk, and keeping your boundaries up, protecting your energy where you need to. He downplayed it. He called from a private number because I had blocked him. Did he talk to you though? How do you know it was him? Like, um, let's see. What have we got for the masculine's focus and the feminine's masculine side? What would help you get out your comfort zone? So remember, that was get out your comfort zone. So divine feminine, you might not be doing that. Like you might not be walking your talk, and you might be kind of retreating a little bit. But the message is, it's time to stand up and be counted. It might even mean for a lot of people, you've been in hermit for a while, like what I was, and now it's time to be seen again. So take it as it resonates. Right, masculine. We've got Lady Venus, downloads and understandings. Oh, truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So yeah, I'm saying because Scorpio energy is all about the truth being revealed, and the card for the thumbnail is I've got something to say. So I feel, if you're this masculine energy, I feel, whether you like it or not, like that's totally the energy, the video I done earlier, the downloads and the insights, the vision, the waking visions, the dreams that you're having. I feel this masculine collective are getting flooded with their feminine. And even just the wee shorts that I filmed there, that two of them are up because it was today's one and tomorrow's. Like I'm sure it was tomorrow's one, but they're all timeless. It was kind of a similar energy to what I'm picking up on here. It's like yeah, it's just this feeling of someone can't get away from you. And that's what I'm saying, is that's what those songs are too to me. It's like whether it's the 80s one or the more modern one, it's this energy of someone, or it's like, because now what's that other one? Now I'm hearing Go West, you know. I'll get over you, I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not sinking, and I'll tell myself I'm over you, cause I'm the king of wishful thinking. Sorry, I had to sing it all. But the thing that's quite funny to me is that's the song that's at the start of Pretty Woman, and that's how I know it. But like, I wouldn't have had a fucking clue about the lyrics when it was wee. Just as I wouldn't have had a fucking clue what it was all about when she was like, right, I got red, green, blue. You know what I mean? It's only when I got older I was like, I should not have been watching this at my friend's house when I was wee. Her mum should not have been letting us watch that. But that was how it was back then, and there's a lot of people that will tell you. You know what I mean? It was like, even when I saw my cousin, that she's just turned 40, so we're very close in age, and I hadn't saw her for a while, and we were laughing about what was it I said. I can't remember what she said, but whatever she said, she was like, she said, "Oh, what were you?" No, I said, "Oh, that was it. Oh, that was it. Yeah." Her wee boy was putting on her leather jacket, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's giving some Danny Zuko." And I said, "Oh, I was just watching that the other day. I watch it quite a lot." And she was like, "What? Still?" Because like I always used to love this when we were wee. And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I was watching Dirty." The other day I watched Grease and Dirty Dancing because it was on the telly anyway. And then she was like, "Oh, and what about Cocktail?" Because she remembers like that is my favorite. All they were my favorite. I can't pick, but I did love, just love Tom. I love Tom Cruise. I'm just, yeah. I'm sorry. I love the token. Tom Cruise, John Travolta, and Patrick Swayze. They were all equally my true loves. I had a T-shirt when I was wee that said Johnny Castle is my boyfriend. I was cutting about. I was like 10 with a T-shirt on that said that. Anyway, fun facts. But but yeah, like I really do feel it. It's that kind of energy. Someone can't get away from you. So and this is the same message that I channeled earlier. Is that like it's going to catch up with you either way. So sorry, this is what's coming out. Right, okay, so I just act as unbiased. His excuse was someone is messing with his new girlfriend. But why? But why would that be? But why? What would that have to do with phoning you? Oh God, I think he brought that up to get. Yes, it sounds like it to annoy you. Yes. He kept claiming to see me in public outings that I was not even attending. I watched things in the late 70s I should never have seen. Yeah. I think we all did, I think it's just something that happened, what I mean? I think kids are way more sheltered and, good for good reason. But, back when a lot of us were younger, whatever age you are, we were watching films we shouldn't be watching. And like, I know I say it fairly often, but I do find it hilarious that I had absolutely no idea what was going on in Dirty Dancing. I don't know what I thought they were doing in that bed having wee hearts to heart. I really don't know. But I mean, it's quite tame anyway. They cut out. They didn't show you any of the shagging or that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, because even in Greece too, if you think about it, like there's a lot of like there's a lot of stuff that kids shouldn't be watching. Because that was what I said as well. Actually, I said something recently. I was like, "Oh, have they seen it?" And the person was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh yeah, right enough." Because like people might not be letting their kids watch things like that these days, that young. But anyway, I've been warped by what I see. Oh, give us some tea. What was it? What was it that you watched that was? I was quite sheltered from horror films because my with Scorpio in the 12th house for the little bit that it's in anyway. I don't need to be seeing horrors to be putting that into my. It's like, but like, so for instance, like what was that? I saw a shorts. Oh, this is gonna be relevant actually. I saw a shorts of the Sixth Sense last night, and it was the famous scene where he finds out, spoiler alert if you've not seen it, but he finds out what the deal is with him. And I'd forgot, because I don't ever want to watch it again, because the only thing that sticks out to me is when I went to see that. I think I must have been about 15, but when I went it was just me and my friend, and I guessed the storyline basically, and that's a famous one that a lot of people don't get, but I did know, and I spoiled it for my friend. I was like, oh, that's what's going on there. Like he's dead, and she was like, what? And then it's like obviously so, but um that'll just be because I'm like that too. I'm like the wee boy in the film. But the thing that, oh my god, honestly, to this, even thinking about it's giving me chills. See the scene in that film where and it's made me laugh too because up until a few months ago I had a tent like that in my living room for my nieces, but I took it away a few months ago because it was just getting my tits. It was massive, and for all the time that they're here, I mean they're here fairly often, but not that often. I thought, why do you take that thing down? I've got my whole living room back, but it was like basically it's like there's a scene where the wee girl who's not alive is hiding in the tent, and like whoever it is, it must be the wee boy peers. Oh my god, like opens up the it's horrible. That is the worst part of that film for me. I can't like I'm just like no, that gave me nightmares. It still does if I think about it, so I can't watch it. Great film though. Apocalypse Now, I've never seen that. My dad said that to me before. Is that the one about the sea? I really do want to see that though. But is it scary? Like, I think we've had this conversation before actually, but I'm sure that's the one my dad said I would actually like. Unless I'm thinking of something. Am I thinking of the abyss? Am I thinking of something different? Maybe that I'm thinking. The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, no, I couldn't see that. I've got the gist of what that. I don't. I couldn't. No way. Deer Hunter at the same age. My dad had no sense of boundary. Oh yeah. Are these all like horrors? Sort of. I don't know them. Um. Right. Okay. Oh my God. So see, before I shuffled, look, I saw resistance. Look at the word I've been saying. Secret admiring, suppressing, timid. Yeah. So I do. It's just coming through so strong here that this is like a collective of masculines, and then even it's so random, but it's cool the way even what you're chiming in. That's because you say that. But even with what you're saying on the chat, Barbie. Sorry, I think I might have already called you Brandy already. Watch this. We've got Brandy's now here, so she might come on now. I'm saying that she's Scorpio Moon actually. Um, it's exactly what I've been channeling. So some days resistance. Now that, but this is putting a different spin on it. The resistance might not come from being like, a dick about it. I don't know how else to say it. That's what's springing to mind. It's like this person might be just more, timid about, fessing up. But there's all different types of reasons, so we'll dive into that. But and that was all before I even got into the horror flicks like Halloween. Abyss is about the sea. Ah, that's the one I'm thinking of then. Apocalypse Now is a gory war movie. All right, I wouldn't like that. There's a lot of men trying to get at me. That's that Scorpio energy, Barbie. um, yes. Okay. So, what's the next question? I think we spent enough time on that. Um, what karmic lessons are they learning, and what needs to be released? So, what is the karmic lesson that the feminine is learning right now, or it might give us more the masculine's feminine side? But what is the karmic lesson that is being learned, or it might have already been released? We'll see what comes up. We have, the same card, resistance. So secret admiring, suppress, and timid. But what this is saying to me is, I think it's just exactly with me shuffling all of them and that coming out again. I feel what they're saying is the karmic lesson that you're learning, Divine Feminine, is that you know that this is what this person's like. You might not know all the ins and outs and the details of what is behind that. Like, why is that person like that with me? But I feel that is the energy. If this is making sense to you, you're like, yeah, something doesn't add up here. I know they like me, or I know they love me. There's, whatever reasons they have, they've got their own reasons, and maybe one day they'll tell me. We need another one for that. But what else have we got for the feminine? But also that's the masculine's feminine side. So the karmic lesson that the masculine is learning is stop hiding in the shadows. Like stand up and be counted. And then that's like the first card. What have we got for the feminine? Another one. If it comes out again, they're like, we fucking told you, it's resistance. Oh my god, there it is again. What the fuck? This came out earlier, and I don't know where that. I don't know what I'm channeling with that energy, but that card came out earlier. Reunion. But this is like what I'm saying. Like you know this. We always come back to each other. Reunion. It's it's given Carrie and Big. It's given Ross and Rachel. It's given Pam and Jim. I can add in the mix now because that is like my favorite thing ever. The Office. I watched. I said this in one of the videos earlier, but like that's probably my most favorite bit of TV now. Is that if you're looking for, if you really need to laugh, like actually, you know what? Actually, if the really down, depressing energy gets to me for lots of reasons this week, then I think I just need to put that on again because it's just so funny. Like I just cry my eyes out at it, but it's it's like crying with laughter too. But it's just so lovely, but it's so funny as well. Like there's a scene where they're all dancing down the aisle, and it's just like it's fucking brilliant. It's just really really funny. Anyway, if you've not seen it, you're missing out. I was telling my cousin that at the weekend because her husband really loves The Office too. And I don't know if she's ever watched it, but I was like, oh my god, you have to watch it. It is so funny. Like, I can't make up my mind whether like I'm annoyed that I didn't get into it till now, or whether I actually think it's really great because I've like, I've had something new to watch, which isn't new because it's like 20 years old. But and I feel with me, because everything's got something to do with the channeling, I feel that this is me holding this card. It's like this is something that's going to feel new. Like when this person comes back into your life, it's like you could have known this person 20 years, but like it feels brand new. It's like, oh my God, like why didn't I get into this sooner? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's really clever how they said that, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. And I'm sorry, but I feel like this needs to be the thumbnail now, although I didn't pull this one. I want to come back home to you where I belong. Let's give it a wee shuffle to be fair about it. But yeah, basically that this is still on the feminine side. So I feel if you're the divine feminine, you feel some type of now remember, reunion is not the same as union. Union is when you get together, you have the talk, and away you go. It's like I want to be with you, you want to be with me. Let's do this. Let's give it a go. Reunion can be, can we talk? Can we at least be friends? Or I love you, I need you, I want to be with you, please forgive me. I don't know what everyone's feels are, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, there's a strong sense, a very strong sense in the Divine Feminine Collective for this, that they'll be back, they'll be back at some point. I just hope they don't come back when, the door's shut. So let's not go down that analogy because I remember what I said about this. I didn't. I said that should it get any later into the year, and I still haven't had the chat. The door is no longer got because when I with my door, I always put like I found this heart shaped rock on the beach one day, like a really big stone, basically, and I use it to hold the door open. And it's like when I say that, I always think like it's like when I'm waiting for the postie or the Amazon guy to come up the stairs, I leave the rock like so that it's not closing the door. But in this analogy, it's like I will be closing the door, but we could always open the door again, but with effort, if more, yeah, less patient, less understanding. I think that would be the best way to put it. It's been a long time, guys. Anyway, moving on. So, what have we got? But all jokes aside, but I think we know I'm not joking about that. This feminine collective, and again, by the way, it just so happens I'm resonating with that. I don't always resonate with the message, but I have got a lot of Scorpio in my chart. It's like you know that this whether this person's coming to you in a big, massive Tasmanian devil tower moment, or whether they're coming to you more planned and whatever, you just know that it's like it's not something that's ever over. um Otherwise you would just be friends and you would be in each other's lives, and that's, I strongly do feel that with twin flames. It's like, why aren't you? Well, probably because you can't be friends. um You mean the world to me, because how can you be friends with somebody when you feel like that about them? Because that's what the masculine's saying. I'm battling my addictions. So this is like the dark side of Scorpio. So it's like, this is that vibe that comes through it. Like this masculine's basically saying, I stayed away from you to protect you from my shadow side. There is a card deck that says something like that. Okay, so what have we got from this deck for the masculine? Oh yeah, because remember this is the karmic lesson. So this is like, now I can never remember whether it was last Christmas or the Christmas before. It must have been last Christmas. But last Christmas, there's all the messages were like really depressing because it was all about addictions, and I kept mentioning that film A Good Person, which is about addictions. Again, you know, if you're new here, I mention that film a lot, like when it comes up, because it's really one of my favorites, but it's very hard hitting. If you've ever dealt with anything to do with like alcohol or drugs or anything, you know, just trigger warning, because it's like, you know, it is sad, but it's beautiful and it's very Twinflamey as well. I'm not gonna be able to stop singing that song now as well, because it's got the song. It's like, I can shake you off, dear, something that I've tried to do, but I can shake you off, dear. Sit in trains and think of you. Na, 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 na. And then there's a bit that's like, you know, but I know that I'm fucked. Like, meaning you're fucked. Like, you can't stop thinking about this person. So I feel that's coming back. This is energy. This is energy that this masculine group are in. Like, I'm fucked. I can't stop thinking about them. What else does the masculine collective want to say to this? But yeah, basically last Christmas there was a huge wave of masculines. They were either in the thick of whatever the addiction is. So, you know, that could look like fun to some people. Like, you know, like if you're, let's face it, if you're in the addiction, you're fucking having fun a lot of the time. You know what I mean? You're knocking back the drink or the drugs or the sex or the, you know, or the, what else? Gambling, you know, or the shopping, the online shopping, you know what I mean? It's you're in the thick of it and you're running away and you're ignoring it. And that, so either people were actually in that and no giving a fuck, and you know, or it could appear that way because that's when you're pushing the feelings away, or going through the healing of it and it couldn't get to you. So this isn't everyone's, but that was definitely the vibe of last Christmas. It wasn't, you know, a happy energy that I was tuning into for a lot of people. But they're now pulling me a blog that says "Be happy." So this is a weird thing. Like for some people, unfortunately, it's still, you know, you could be in that part of the timeline where it's that exact energy of what I'm saying. But for some of you, this group of people could have moved through this. You could be the person that's moved through it, you know, or you can still be. You can decide to be that person. And I've got things on the channel for free that will help you if you can't afford to book a session. But what I would just say about that is really check in. Is that true that you can't afford a session? Because a lot of the time you're just prioritizing other things that apparently are more important than your overall well-being, which is what would get sorted out if you booked a session with me. Just saying. Right, so divine masculine, yeah. Fucking hell, that's you getting pelted. All the divine masculine, male and females, yang energy. That was coming straight from the divine masculine collective. Where is that card? Did I put it back? I hate seeing you with them. So I feel this is the group of divine masculines. The karmic lesson is also something to do with like jealousy, because like Scorpio, with all this Scorpio energy, that is what, you know, Scorpio energy on the shadow side is, well, it is the shadow bit. It's like jealousy, envy, toxicity, stalking, obsession, addiction, all this, you know, all the kind of taboo things that we're not meant to talk about. It's sex as well, you know what I mean? But I mean, I've got my North Node in the eighth house, Scorpio, so I talk about all this shit. But it's kind of like, um, I feel like that. I hate seeing them with you. I feel that is like that always reminds me of that scene in oh my god, they're really fucking ramming us with the films and the songs tonight. I mean, I'm always like this if you're new, but I mean they're just flooding me. But it's I'll always talk about the after films in Scorpio, so it's not going to be any different. But I thought I wasn't going to, and then it just flooded in just now. It's like there's a scene in one of those films where it's like, because there's five films in that series of films, but basically like keeps having he keeps having like well, it's like nightmares that basically she's getting on with someone else, and it's all it is that like they bumped into like this waiter guy, and I don't know if they swap numbers in front of him. No, I don't think it happens in front of him. But it's like, you know, they get on. So it's like he's like hyper focused on, oh my God, she's going to get with him and fuck me off kind of thing. So it's that kind of energy, you know what I mean? It's the only other thing that can be is if someone saw you with someone and got the wrong idea. It's all, there's loads of different things that that card can mean, but that's usually what it always means to me, is it's the thought of you being with somebody else drives this person crazy. which ironically could have been why they didn't want to get into something with you, because the attachment would get even stronger. I need to tell you the truth. Yeah, I feel that's what I'm picking up on here, because I feel that is what this group of masculine, when they come forward to reunite, like, remember what I said, for it, whether it's a union or like the reunion, this is something that this group of masculines are going to try to explain. And I feel like I need another one. I feel like this is going to be really hard for, I'm just going to say this person, but remember, this can be a lot of people's person, or this could be you. Like, there's definitely a feeling of, is there any point in trying to claim this? Like, it's going to sound like I'm making it up. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. I fantasize about you. Oh, isn't that creepy with how I was channeling it? Like, it's hard to describe, but that's what I'm getting. It's like the feeling of, this person knows how crazy they've always been about you. And there will be a few other people that do know that. Or in some people's cases, there'll be nobody that knows that. People might suspect it, but the person hasn't admitted it. In other cases, it'll be like everyone in their life knows, and you're the only one that doesn't, kind of thing. And like, so, and it's different for different people, but it's kind of like that energy of, this person knows that they're fucking nuts about you, and they always have been. And the problem has been that there was people around them that encouraged them to go a different way, or, like the card says, manipulated them into, just sack that off, mate, that's not for you, for whatever reason. And again, with those ones, it has to be said, you got to be careful when it's like friends doing that, because sometimes it's because your friend wants to go after what they're telling you to leave alone, whether you're the man and they're the woman, or you're two women or you're two men, or you know what I mean. It has to be said when it's Scorpio energy. It's a lot of the time when I channel these messages and that, like, and I just know from helping twin flames all these years too, and I just know from knowing fucking men, like, a lot of the time it is, it's not all the time, but sometimes it is that. So, I just, a lot of guys need to wisen up there and kind of see through your fucking shady, shitty pals. If you've not got shady, shitty pals, don't take the message on board, but some people have. And also, if you're a woman, some of your, female fucking hoes out there, you know what I mean? It's like, what I normally say, ho ho ho's, like Christmas, just like the Christmas jumper, ho ho ho's, whatever polite words you want to give for people that are not exactly your real friend. Um, right, okay. So with me even making jokes about that, that's going to come into this in some way. So there must be some kind of drama where somebody's tried it on with your person at some point, or your person's tried it on with them, or there's something, something like that. Right, okay. So let's just get these cards, because these might actually tell us that. So what's the next one? Did I wait a minute? He's brought that up too. He was asking me about that too. I told him I'm dating someone, his family. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you're shadow work, right? Let's see what we've got for shadow. What's some shadow work? Different paths, but it was in reverse. That's what we like to see. You're not on the same page with this person you have in mind. The direction you want or to move in are different. Yeah. So with this being in reverse, I feel whoever is resonate with this now, when it reaches this point, and it might be at this point now, or it might yet to be at this point, at some point though, you were on different paths. Like, this person, no matter how deep their feelings were for you, because this is the strongest collective I'm tuning into, the energy that I'm getting is, they've always been crazy about you, whether other people knew that or not. Like, they know that, but the actions really haven't shown it at all. Or maybe slightly in it, but it's very much, again, it's just, honestly, it does get so boring, but it's always like this in the Scorpio one. That is very much what I've channeled. The feminine knows that. So if you are the divine feminine, you know that. You might not even be able to even describe how you know that, but you know that. You know how this person feels about you, even if they've never even said it. But even though you know it, you had to let them go, because that's the message they were given. Now, they've either literally said, I don't want this with you, or what most people do is they just avoid you, they ghost you, because they don't actually want to say, you mean fuck all to me, fuck off, because it's like, I just want to metaphorically put you up on a shelf and I'll come back for you later. Yeah, they can't say that because, that's not great. But yeah, that is basically what, that's what the vibe is there. So yeah, it's quite funny the way I channeled it. So what else was the shadow work here? So that's the shadow work the feminine needed to do. Um, I said he bought me flowers and a hop. Eh? I do know self-respect over disrespect. Yeah. And Capricorn, will my ex come? People that are asking me wee questions on this, I'll do personal things at the end, but it's paid personal stuff tonight. If you want to come back and get things like that, you can. I do that on Leo Moon, but you've just missed the Leo Moon, unfortunately. But this was collective. Right, what have we got for the masculine? Otherwise, I'll be here till 2 in the morning. I really wonder if you still think about me like I think about you. That's what I've just channeled. This person does think about you a lot. They fantasize about you, they think about you, they daydream. But when it comes to talking about this with other people, it could be very much the vibe of all the songs. Like, I am missing you at all. And like, the other James Arthur one that I was singing too. I don't see you, you're not in every single thing I do. It's complicated. That's what it feels like here. I'm very insecure and confused at the moment. So I mean that's very honest as well. But it's like these cards are so specific. But it's like, I feel that's what I said earlier. It feels like this person is very confused. Like this person now there's a wait a minute, there's a card in this deck that says I'm going through a spiritual awakening. That's what it feels like. This person is confused. Like it feels like this person's waking up to how royally they fucked it up. Like they self sabotaged to the max. Like I think however badly do you know what I'm seeing now? I'm seeing that film that I'm dying to watch again, but I need to buy it. But I love it that much. I think I might buy it. It's because it's not low, like it'd probably be a fiver or something on Prime, or it might be on Netflix. But it's called My Best Friend's Girl, and it does start off kind of shady because it is like the pal fucking Nick's bird, but it's not really. It sounds bad, but I mean, bear in mind when I'm saying it like that, it could. Oh, I'm not liking that. I've actually already said things like that in this. But anyway, the film really is about um like they're well suited, but he gets into the relationship with her and he fucks it up. Like because he gets bad advice from his dad. Now this could all be very specific. Like the dad is it's really funny though. The dad is what's it, Alec Baldwin, and he's like he basically says to him like I can't remember exactly what he says, but he says you're gonna hurt her anyway, so you may as well cut it off now so you don't hurt her. And then he takes on the bad advice and he just does the funniest shit at this wedding, so that it's just like right. I love this guy, but there's just no fucking way I can, like what you just said. Sometimes you got to choose your fucking self respect over the person you love. It's like, okay, I'm out. At this point, when that's going on, I'm taking myself right out of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's quite funny because I've just realised that's one of the memes that I shared earlier. And I just quickly, whenever I put them up for these, I don't like analyze it. I just pick whatever ones stick out. And that one said something like that, if someone's not giving you the same energy, like just fall right back. But I feel in this case, this person must have done something. So you must have something must have actually been done for you to know about, for you to be like, I'm sorry, that is completely like no way, completely like I can't, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted to lose me, like well done, you've done it. But it's kind of like that. I've just quoted a film, haven't I? It's it's how to lose a guy in 10 days. Well, you know what, Ben? You wanted to lose like a well, congratulations, you just lost her. Or is it him that says that to her? You wanted to lose a guy in 10 days. Congratulations, you just left him. So I feel there might have been that kind of sexual chemistry, that kind of tit for tat, like competitive edge against each other though, and that's where it can kind of go all types of wrong here. Could have gotten a wee bit nasty actually. Um, and it might even just be from one person. That is in my experience and from helping people and from being on it, it can be it's like why is this person determined to just think of all of the worst case scenarios that could possibly hurt me the most and think, yes, I'm going to write a checklist and I'm going to do every one of this person's worst nightmares. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's what it can feel like sometimes. But I do feel it feels like this person wanted something to get back to you. Like they wanted to see if it hurt you, and that is not nice. That so we're getting into the shade and the shadow of the Scorpio here. That is nasty. That is manipulation. That is nasty. It is not the way to go about treating somebody that you care about. But forgive yourself if you've acted like that. You must have learned it from some other people that haven't learned great things. We've all been there somewhere, at least somewhere in our life. But I do feel this person, this group of people, done something like that. So they've done something to make you jealous. They've wanted you to know. They've done it embarrassingly outwardly on social media, or they've done something that they knew the gossip would get back to you, and it was done on purpose. Um, I'm so sorry for all the pain I caused. Oh my god. Oh dear. So again, I think this is one of the ones when I do some personal sessions, someone's going to be like, "That is exactly what happened, Claire." But yeah, this person is now very sorry for all of the pain that they caused, and they're sitting like, "Why did I do that?" And again, trust me, watch that film, My Best Friend's Girl. So fucking hilarious. But that is the bit that I really got from it was the fuck did he do that? Like they're perfect together, and but it is a comedy, but it's like it was because the dad is like basically telling him like you're never going to be good enough. You're always going to treat her like shit, so you may as well cut it off now. And I mean that's not true because the guy was starting to change and grow for her, for him, but for her. And that's what you've got to, thank God the dad and this is just a film. This doesn't often happen in real life, but the dad actually does realize that and is like, corrects the error of his ways. I think I think he does with a friend at the end, encourage him to go get the girl. But you know what I mean? That's sadly not how it is in real life a lot of the time. So, oh my god, I feel somebody has had really bad advice from a dad in this, or like a male in their like a family, and maybe it's like a few people. I'm afraid to contact you. I'm healing, but it's a work in progress. Oh my god, we need to put these cards down. But that's exactly what I've channeled. This person's healing from whatever, like, in their words, stupid kind of way that they acted before, and that's why they're afraid to contact you. They're embarrassed. Like it's given. I'm fucking embarrassed. Like that's unfortunately what I'm feeling here. Let's. Uh, I'm taking action. I'm fucking embarrassed, but I'm taking action. That's sorry to laugh, but this is what I mean. Like this energy is all over the place. Like sorry to laugh, but this it does feel like this. A lot of these masculine energies are like, why the fuck did I do that? Like I've just lost the person that means the world to me. But they don't even know they mean the world to me because I've never told them that, and I've certainly never acted like that. And then I've went and picked fucking her, and, or him, and him, whatever the fucking deal is. I'm taking action. I feel oh my god. And there's me singing Empty Space all day. I feel empty without you. I know that I had to learn the hard way what I've lost and what I'm missing, but now I want it back. I hope you will take me back. Well, I hope they'll take you back too, son, but it really fucking depends what you've done. It's sounding pretty bad. But it's like, I want you back. I want you back. But whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. I want you back. I want you back. I want you back. And then as I was singing that, they were pulling me a block I've got over there. It says "Be kind." So I feel this is the guides and God really coming in, like if someone's coming towards you like this, be kind because it's taken them a lot to take action to come towards you. Like it does just keep feeling like I just keep feeling mortified. Like I keep laughing because out of nervous look escape. I left when things got hard. Like I think they keep making me feel like that because this person's like, I mean, we've again, if you've not been there, then good for you. I've been there many a time where you make the biggest fucking arse of yourself and you're like, oh my god, I don't want to see that person for years. Like I don't want to see that person ever again. Like because it's like, and sometimes it might be because you can't even remember. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm definitely talking about some parties and weddings I've been to. Like, I'm not going to tell the story about my. Oh, actually, that was one of my best friend's weddings. When I'm saying my best friend's, get a little bit funny, but I'm more actually just thinking of a night where there's not a lot to tell. I think it was a work night out, and I was really, really looking forward to going out. Like got whatever was fashionable at the time. My new probably tiny little skirt that was all in fashion at the time. But you know what I mean? I'd got this outfit already in that. And basically because at these Christmas meals there was always white wine kicking about. the white wine in my family, the women, it doesn't go well. And yeah, I just, couple of white wines and I was fucking on another planet and acting like that guy in that film. I think I licked an ice sculpture at one point, and I remember picking up a glass. I thought it was a glass of water. It was a glass of straight vodka that someone had sneaked in. You can imagine if I'd had a few wines and then I thought, yeah, it was just all about it, a bit outrageous, really. But it was really funny for people because I was really shy. Because I still can be. I don't use the word shy for me anymore. I'm just more selectively quiet, and there's a difference because you can see how confident, like, this isn't fake, like I am. And again, believe me, I've been in some environments, online and offline, where people try to tear me down because they think it's fake. No, this isn't fake confidence. I worked hard to be this confident. This is real. I've been in the fake it till you make it. But there are some circumstances where it might appear like I'm shy. I'm not shy. I could just be maybe a bit awkward and a bit, who knows? Maybe I don't like the people that are there. Do you know what I'm saying? It won't always be that I don't like the people that are there, but yeah, it's just, it's hard to explain. I know some of you know what I mean though. But anyway, the point is like there's no other word. It can be shy too. It can be that too. It's hard to explain. I need to be comfortable, but that can be like a lot of people. But it's a wee bit worse than most people. I do kind of revert back to being like that anyway. So that could be relevant here though. But you know what I mean? So that this masculine might do that with me going into detail like that. But anyway, that's the point is this person wants the ground to swallow them up, and like they want to emerge when that's been forgot. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. So yeah, like the fear, like this person's ego and pride and the fear. But in this case, it's the fear of being so embarrassed. Has won. It feels like for a long time. It feels like whatever all the combination of things that this person's done is like built up into some big clusterfuck of just embarrassment. And this person, so let's pray for all the people that are this person, that for fuck's sake, man, you know what I mean? You need to get over it at some point. Sorry for giving to be the deliverer of tough love, but you know what I mean? Is it really worth like losing a connection like this for embarrassment? You know what I mean? Like, clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. No, it's not. This masculine's like, I've got the clarity that I need. Maybe I had a crystal clear clarity session with Claire. That's what my session's called. But it's I've got the clarity I need. I need to do something about this. I'm just hoping it's not too late. Expecting, faith, and manifesting. So, okay, we got lost in the sauce of that, but that's fine. That was someone's story. Did I read these? It's viral on YouTube that X, he or she, will come back to Capricorn. Okay, viral on you. What are you talking about? Are you a bot or are you a real person? I'm going to give you a chance. We'll kind of feel into that. But okay, I watch it. Mother and brother. He's nervous. She ain't me. You'll never find another me. I told him that. Well, that's true for everyone, though. They won't, because whoever they're with isn't you. So, good luck. Like, fucking hell, fucking very good luck to mine trying to find somebody like me. That ain't fucking ever going to happen. Just purely because I'm a bit fucking weird, do you know what I mean? But it's like, maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he doesn't. He wants. Maybe he wants somebody that's nothing like me. We'll let him do his thing. That's his business. But and that's his loss as well. But anyway, yes, he knows. Yes, he does know. Yes, my one knows too. Right. So, what would help with inner union right now? What would help with inner union? Let's do these cards. So what have we got? What would help the divine feminine with inner union right now? Now, spoiler alert, well, it's not spoiler alert, warning. These cards can be rough. They can be very blunt, very cheeky, but let's have a bit of a laugh. What have we got for the divine feminine, the masculine's feminine side? Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. Oh my god. So yeah, like, I feel this is a little bit of the vibe of you could have been like myself and you could have been the other day feeling some really heavy energy, and you could just be thanking your lucky stars, like, thank god I don't feel like I felt the other day, because honestly I'm not, when you get like that, like, I'm not being funny, like, I know that when I was upset like that the other day, it was because they wanted me to talk about it here, like, um the only way I can describe it was just like a huge build up of emotion that had been building up all day, and I knew it was coming, like, and it was like a tsunami of emotion. Um, and then there was one thing, or there was one thing or another things that had, kind of things have to happen to trigger it, and it's not always like that. Sometimes things can just creep up on you, but it's because I feel that's either already happened to some of you as well, or it's about to, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. But yeah, shit could be so much worse. I feel it. Oh my god. I'm giving you a bit of an eye pull there, but it's you know what I mean. I feel it's something like, be grateful you're not in the thick of it anymore. But I feel you could have just, rose like the phoenix and, through something. Or, you will. If you're in it, you will. I was proud of myself that I didn't react with my emotions. Yes, I'm proud of you too. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah. Whenever there's any of that kind of immature shit going on, the best thing to do is just to walk away. You know what I mean? I've told that story, but I mean, there's loads of stories I could tell, but a tame one I could tell is I remember once years and years and years ago, he'd never done anything like that I had, been aware of. That was really when I started to notice, wait a minute, he is actually doing that on purpose. Like, why is he doing that? But it was just it was like my friend saw him actually look at me to make sure that I was going to see it. And then he just kissed someone in front of me. But like, he must have, rather than just like a kiss, I must have snogged them. And he'd never done anything like that before. And I'm just thinking, if I fucking done that to him, he wouldn't react. Nah, he wouldn't have reacted, but he wouldn't have spoke to me for ages. Like, he would have acted like it was no bit that. He wouldn't fucking like that. And I never done that to him. Like I always say, if I've ever done that to him, he might have been fucking lurking in a dark corner of a club or something. He's seen me do it, but I never used to do that a lot. Like, I wouldn't. It would take a lot for me to just sort of kiss somebody in a club. I'm not really like that. But anyway, nah, like, it was so out of all the things that have happened, that could seem really insignificant, but it still always stays with me because I'm like, that wasn't nice. And I just didn't react. Like, my pal was just kind of like, Claire, did you see it? And I was like, oh yeah, I saw it. And I'm out of here. Because it was nearly home time anyway. And I just walked out of there. And a couple of pals followed me. And then I got in that taxi and I cried my fucking eyes out. Like, what I'm sure that a lot of people watching are like, oh yeah, I've been there. Um, yeah, that's a happy memory, isn't it? Probably was this time of year or something. But no, the one thing that sticks out is I was like, you actually wanted me to see, like, you wanted to see if I was going to be pissed off, like, so maybe he thought I was going to be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? I'm not exactly going to feel very nice, but I'm not going to fucking go over and be like, hey, you're kissing my man, because he wasn't my man. Anyway, let's move away from the not so nice memories. Right, so what have we got? Because you can feel it when you're so intuitive as well. You can feel it. You're like, oh my god, that hurt like a fucking dagger. Like, you meant me to see that, fucker. Um, right, so we'll let that go. We'll burn some sage. There's clearly something coming up there in all the Scorpio energy to be transmuted. I forgive that. I forgive that shady, shitty move, and all the rest of them. And all the ones I don't even know about. So, like, just things that are meant to hurt you. Right, what have we got for the masculine? You tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Sorry. That's funny for so many reasons. I mean, and that's not even true, is it? A lot of control freaks do get laid, and often probably. But it's kind of like, I feel it's just given the kind of energy of you're trying to control everything too much, and you can't let go. For inner union, you have to let go of control. And actually, in a weird way, that is what I just said in that story. I didn't like what was happening there, but there's nothing really I could do about it. And I suppose that was the point. I could do what I want. You're not my girlfriend. I'll kiss somebody in front of you if I want. Oh, great. Thanks. That's nice. Should have just done it back, hey. But that's what I mean. I'm not that. That's not how my mind works. We're just confusing more than anything. Right. And it's come out again. Same card. Shame, regret, guilt. Those are just bullshit. Ooh. forgive, let that shit go. Is that not creepy, what I was channeling? Because I'm like, why am I going into that? So it's always for a reason, though. So I do feel like there are things that, like, again, this is for the masculine, like you've done that you cringe at. And again, it's probably just because you were younger and you were showing off, and or it's X, Y, Z other reasons. You wanted to see the person's reaction. You're a grown ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. Guys, I shuffled. That's all I'm saying. I shuffled. But shame, regret, and guilt are bullshit. So just let it go. If you acted in a way you're not proud of, whatever it was, let it go. Whether it was something quite trivial like what I've just described or something more serious, forgive, let that shit go. Forgive yourself, and if you're the feminine and you're needing to move through that, then this is all stuff that I can help you with. I just saw the separation card when I was saying that too, so I feel either way this separation's come to an end, but we're getting an insight onto why it's been ongoing. It seems like something's uh it just seems like I don't know. It feels like a whole load of games have been played here, and head fucks. That's what I would describe it as. Right. So now we're already in the bit where this is what some people need for a possible soul retrieval. So if this bit resonates with you, this is I would be able to help you with what comes up here in a session. But really, that's whatever resonates right. I act like I don't care when deep down I really do. So it's just following on from the general whole message. If if basically if you are a man or a woman, divine feminine or divine masculine, but I'd imagine this is talking divine masculines. If you do this, like you really care about somebody or even love them, but you're acting like you don't care, and you're actually getting to this conscious awareness of why the fuck do I do that? Like, why do I sabotage something that I do actually want? Now, in this day and age, with the amount of people that teach about that on YouTube, it's most people know the answer to that. Like fear is running the show, ego, pride, your subconscious fears. And that's why I would say there isn't really any excuse, especially not in this energy. Like, like well, not any excuse. People could use money as an excuse, like you can't afford to go to a therapist or a healer or whatever. But putting the money thing aside, because if that's the case, well, save up your money and don't spend it on the shit that that the things you could do without. Because there's always stuff that people could do without that like I said, you're not prioritizing it. If you're self sabotaging to that extent, like go and get therapy, go and get a coach, go and get a mixture of both, go to a healer, go to a shaman, go to somebody like me if you resonate with me. Maybe you already have, well done. But like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't need to be me, but just go and find somebody that you resonate with. And there's no excuse because there's that many people on YouTube that do give you a taster of what they're like, or more than a big taster in my case. And then take the action. Otherwise, it is people just making excuses for shitty behavior, and like and just not wanting to do the work. So only you'll know what one you are, and you'll either know what one your twin flame is, or you might not know. And it's wise to not make assumptions either, because you don't know. They could be doing the work in the shadows. They might not be. I learned quite a while ago not to really. I just kind of, you can drive yourself a bit nuts, kind of trying to tune into what what I mean, and it's way better just just focus on you. So I'm done playing games. Wow. It kind of, I hate to say it, it did kind of come out reverse. So weird. How weird is that? That I've just, like, again, that's so freaky that I was saying that. But it's like either somebody is still playing games and still wanting to get your attention, or they're done playing games and cringing about the games that they played. I mean, the major game was I acted like I didn't care when I do. I chose aim and I want you. I will find my way back to you one day if you let me in. We went into channel and the collective song, but it's because these cards are funny the way it's coming out. I'm afraid of losing you. Destiny is taking us down different paths, but it was in reverse. This person's like, no, 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 no. Destiny is not taking us down different paths again. I am not losing you. All because I don't know what I want. That's the problem. I think this person was guilty of, like, I don't know what I want. I don't know who I want. This feels too heavy. This feels too serious. And now I feel like I ruined everything because actually that is what I want. I don't want any of these people. Please forgive me. Can anyone feel the intensity as I'm channeling this? So yeah, but with me still being in the soul retrieval bit, I feel this. I'm speaking to a lot of masculines in this energy that, and that'll be an exciting tidal wave when you could be watching this and you've got a divine feminine and you're looking for somebody to help you with your feelings. Well, hello, I've been waiting for quite a while to help the men that are realizing their feelings, so I'd be delighted to help you if you feel resonance. And also, you might just be a guy or a woman out there that you're not at that bit of wanting to go and tell somebody how you feel and ask for forgiveness, but you want to work on yourself. So wherever you're at, but they are pulling me at the chatterbox thing. It's like a thing that you wind up. It's like a mouth that, like, you know what I mean. So it feels like someone wants to say a lot. I'm afraid of losing you. Yeah, it feels like this group of people, they're so afraid of losing you and they get emotional when they think about you. It just, again, this person feels all over the place. Whoever this person is, however many people this is, it feels like they're all over the fucking place. So this is your warning. If this resonated, this is your warning. Warning, warning. Somebody's coming to you all over the place. Right, so that's what he was doing to find out what exactly I'm doing. Yeah, definitely feel the pressure. Right, okay, so um the only way might not be able to find out what I'm doing as well on here, but I mean, again, well, I talk about a lot. I don't talk about everything, but it's it's you can just energetically spy on me. When it's your twin flame, you can do that. But it's whether you want to or not, you can feel fucking everything when you're conscious of it anyway, as the feminine. But yeah, other than that, you're not going to be fucking hearing nothing about me because I'm a high priestess and I'm selective about my friends as well. So, um, So, what do we need to know about the future? Dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers you seek. Yes, as I've already channeled in this, because we're getting towards the end of this. But I feel that might be the message too. We're getting towards the end of this. We're getting towards the reunion. We're getting towards the union. It's like we're getting towards the end of the film. Will they, won't they? Did she get off the plane? I got off the plane. You know, you are popping up in this masculine's dreams. And the future is the dream coming true. Individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. Whoa. It was in reverse though. Yeah, so I feel there is a wee warning here that because we had that card about controlling something, and then this is saying just be wary that there's a bit of and again, if this is for a group of twin flames and you're resonating with this isn't just one person. There's controlling tendencies here. And what I mean is it doesn't need to be like, oh, controlling like toxic karmic partner. It's just like if again, that's my favorite. So, that like I mentioned, the after films, that character in that is he's so addicted to her that and very overprotective that it's a bit suffocating, like you can see her, like, well, it's like what I'm saying, like whether he's like picturing her with someone else and she's not even with someone else, or it's just a bit different because, like, that's not like the twin flame journey because they're crazy about each other. They don't leave each other alone, and it's more like codependent. Like, they need to spend time apart, and they're not, and then they eventually do. So that's why I always say it's a mixture. Those films to me are always good examples of both karmic relationships and twin flames. But in my opinion, it would be when twin flames get a bit karmic-y. Because it can, that is a real thing. Like some people out on this journey will say it's not, it fucking is. And I do know because I am a real twin flame, helped twin flames for years, and I've been on it, and it's definitely been extremely karmic between me and my twin flame at many different times. But, a lot of it when we were younger, but even still, you know what I mean? It's like, it depends. It's the like I don't want to go too deep into that because it's happening like right now. But there's two very intense conjunctions that I've got with my twin flame, and it's just intense all the time. Like whenever I've been in a but when we were younger, it was good because it's chemistry. Whereas, as you get older and it's weird, and well, we're not in each other's lives. It doesn't matter though. Energetically, I can feel it, and because that is where the energy is right now, it is like for me, it's like I feel like I can't breathe. Like it is really it's the best way. Like, but this I might be channeling. This is how some of the masculine feel because that's how why they get me to do that. I'm channeling it. Like it does feel very intense. Like it feels too intense. That's why I'm just kind of like, hurry up, this fucking week and be over. Um, Settling. Avoid settling for less than what you deserve. So that came out on the Monday, didn't it? But yeah, it feels like some people have settled for other things and not the dream that they want because they couldn't handle the intensity. But as we've just seen through all the other cards, the group of people that are in this, or when they get to that, they don't want to do that anymore because it's not worked out. Proposal, an offer, proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise, but I did pull it in reverse. So, and it's also totally random. It's like, I don't know what the fuck this is meant to be. I don't know if she's handing her a wedding invite or it's like she's like, oh, look at this weird letter, but it's like two women on the card and it's not a same sex proposal. I don't know what the hell it's meant to be, but whatever. Proposal. So I do feel it's like in the future there's somebody coming forward with an offer that's going to shock the hell out of you. And that is the energy right now because it's Mercury retrograde in Scorpio tomorrow, opposite. Well, actually, it's basically that's the Mercury retrograde is conjunct the new moon in Scorpio. So that alone is like, oh my god. But then it's also opposite Uranus, planet of shock, awakening, surprises. And I can see you saying I've had a stalker too. Oh, I have too, of both genders. Obviously, through what I do here, but I mean, I might have in other areas I like. But I've told stories about that where I've had weird instances where I've connected dots and stuff. But that's why I'm actually really glad that I'm not like a party animal or anything now, because like I don't know how I would have navigated that if I was like, because I'm trying to think, but like I think I was very naive to when I was doing this on live streams on Facebook. I think I was a bit naive, not really realizing that there was more people watching me than what I thought. And then that means that if they did spot me out and about, that they could then, come up and make out like, oh, I'm just a random on a night out. But they might have been, they might have been stalking me online. I can at least think of someone I'd worked that out with. They might still be now. Hiya. Hopefully not. Just like, you know what I mean? But I'm just kind of like, I was a bit, I do think I was being a bit, I don't know, naive or gullible. I don't know. There was something a bit weird about it. I don't really like to think of it. But anyway, as I look down at shame, regret, and guilt, it's not that deep, but do you mean I'm just kind of thinking, someone like approached me like once on a night out, and then it was like another time, and I'm just like, there's something really fucking weird about that. Anyway, it's not a problem now. I don't go out very much. So, heartbreak. Heartbreak is part of the human experience. It will pass, and it's in reverse. So I feel there is some type of heartbreak going to come to an end, and it's going to come with an apology. So I feel somebody that caused you heartbreak in the past is coming forward with an apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. So if you are the person that needs to apologize, there's a card in that other deck that's like, fucking apologize. But that's what it feels like the message is. It's like, it's worth it. Never underestimate what that will lift in someone. Imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. That is beautiful. That card came out because she says something like that. And after, we're a mess. And then it's actually in the very last film, he actually says, I'm actually starting to think we're not. Like, you know what I mean? It's like like And I feel this person wants to take you out because and that's funny, I was talking about that. Dressing up, an opportunity to dress up and party, fun times ahead. So I feel like there's something, the proposal somebody might be coming forward is like, can I take you out? But for different people, it's going to be very much a different vibe because, not everybody, I feel for some of you, it's like there's no way you would want to be meeting this person in a public place the first time you speak after years. Like, that's not something you would want. But for other people, you might be like demanding, you need to take me out on a date. I don't want to, I don't want to be cutting about my house with you. I don't trust myself. It's like, you know what I mean? It's whatever. Different for different people. I'm getting tired now, but it is the end of the road for the reading. So what is an inner child message? This is not the deck I would usually use at this point, but um review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. So because I wasn't going to, I don't know, there's a weird point to pick up that deck. I mean, really, I can pick any of the decks at any point, but I feel what they're saying is whatever responsibilities this person feels they had to adhere to, whatever that means, that's what I heard. Isn't it? I know what that means, but let's just look at the definition. Stick fast to a surface. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Believe in and follow the practices of. I do not adhere to the organized, closely follow, observe, represent. Like, yeah, whatever it is that this person felt they had to live by, um, they don't feel like that now. So there's some type of like big burden's been lifted off of this person's shoulders that they feel like they can come forward and talk to you now. Speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. 33 as well, come to Jesus moment. And this person is trying to hype themselves up and talk to themselves with kindness. And that's why they're pulling me the thing that says be kind. And say yes. When they ask you out, say yes. Now is the time to be open and receive. And the 30th of this month could be significant. But I'm sorry, a lot of you are not going to be able to go on that date on the 30th because you should be coming to my Power Animal workshop. See what I've done there? But yes, no, the 30th is the Power Animal workshop. So, but no, there's something about the 30th that's significant. Right, okay, so let's now get a wee New Earth message. Oh my god, I knew this. Like, see what I'm doing with my hair? I just want to keep putting it behind my ears and everything. Where is There it is. Right, there's some of the cards I want to use. Oh, do they want me to? I feel like I didn't. I normally do. I have read all the different bits, but I feel like it's. I'm going to do them in a bit. But I feel like. I don't know. I feel like I've left us on a cliffhanger. What is this person going to do? What is this group of masculines that resonate with this? What are they going to do? If there's a card in here that says soon. My world, yeah, look, this person's already said you mean the world to me, and now it's saying my world. You mean the world to me. So they're saying that twice. Everything revolves around you. I keep you in mind when I'm making decisions. I include you in all my plans, every action, every dream. There's that word again. I love doing life with you. You mean so much to me. Without you, I feel like nothing. Now, I know a lot of you are like, what are you talking about? I love doing life with you. I haven't seen this person for years. But it's like, energetically, they feel so close to you. I feel so close to you right now, like a force field. Sorry, a little bit of Calvin Harris needs to come there. But it's kind of like this person wants to feel close to, I mean, this person wants to feel very close to you. We are in the Scorpio energy. But it's kind of like, they're just ready for this to happen. Like this person's been manifesting this, and whatever's lifted off their shoulders, it's got. Well, that's what the message is, and they want your forgiveness. Damn it! I hope you will forgive me for all the things I've done and all the pain which I caused you. But believe me, my love, that was not my intention. I know I've hurt you pretty badly with all my words and actions. Sorry, I have to say it like that, but I'm really truly sorry, my love. So they might not say it quite like that, but these cards are quite funny. Whoever wrote them. Something tells me they didn't speak very good English because it's just like all the wording and everything's a bit kind of all over the place. Definitely not very good grammar. If this person spoke English, I'm worried for them. They did not get an A in English. That's all I'm saying. I didn't eat. Well, actually, I did once get an A in English, but I don't know how because I never went. The whole class was like, "How the fuck did you do that, Cornwall? You're never here." And I was like, "I'm a genius." And then it turned out that wasn't actually very wrong because then when I done a dyslexia test, it did say I was 75% more intelligent than most people, regardless of age. I like to chuck that one in there when I can. But they did put me in all the classes that would appear that I was thick as fuck. So that is how great school is. In other words, school is a pile of shit, is the way that I feel about it. But anyway, yes, this person wants your forgiveness. And but they're just they're doubting that they can have this new beginning as well, because that came up in the shorts. I'm ready to start again. I've realised what was missing in my life, and that is you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and changed who I am. There's no going back, only forward. When I met you after that, I never looked back. I want to have a fresh start with you. And that's what I mean. That bit again might not make sense to you because you might have known this person a long time, but the energy that I'm getting is it's like, now I want to sing for the first time. It's like, this person's waking up to you and seeing this connection in a whole new light. It just feels like someone wasn't ready and they are now. Whether it's age, whether it's just maturity levels, whether it's X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 who knows, hanging with the wrong crowd, letting the fear get the better of you, whatever it is, this person isn't in that energy anymore. If this is your person, if this is you. It freaks me out when I feel his energy. Yes. It doesn't freak me out when I feel mine's. I never not feel mine's. It's but I know what you mean. There are some times when it's like really, really strong. But it doesn't freak me out. I find it comforting. Sometimes I feel it annoying too, because I'm like, I'd rather you were just here physically. But it's like whatever. It gets a bit boring after 15 years out, doesn't it? But real in truth it's been a lifetime, but that's how much I've been conscious of it. I'll be able to put will it oh my god, will it actually be the case that I can put 16 years on the oh my god, I think it will. I think it will next year. I can put that in the written bit. So much time has passed, but my love only grows stronger every day. See how that fit with me saying like how long, because that's only how long I've been consciously aware, by the way. I've known mine 22 years. Like it's crazy. But yeah, so much time has passed, but the love for the feminine's love only grows stronger. Stand up for yourself. You deserve to be respected. Anytime you need me, I'm here. I wonder why you want to spend time with anyone other than me, sad face. And what I always say to that card is we know why. It's easier because it's less intense. Some would say that might be boring too. I mean, but I would say that I've got a lot of Scorpio, but you know, each their own. It makes me mad to know others haven't appreciated how amazing you are. I love intense. Some people don't. I love it. Right. And that's why I always say I don't get it. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Like I am too intense for some people. Bye. Go and find somebody that's boring, less intense. Like, like I've said this before. I'm just being brutally honest right now. I'm being very Mercury retrograde and Sagittarius right now. And I'm just being really, really honest, right? I don't watch people on YouTube that I find boring. I'm sorry, I don't. I click off. When I watch people on YouTube, it's because there's something about them that's interesting or funny as fuck, or I'm finding it helpful. There might be some things I find helpful, and it's not like they're like really fucking funny or anything. It's just I find it comforting, or or maybe it's a mixture of all of it, comforting, funny, a wee bit of all of it. But that's the one thing that I'm like, look, some people might find my life boring doing this, and living like a hermit and walking by the sea every day. But I fucking love my life. Do you know what I mean? There's only one thing missing from my life, and it's him. That's really honest too. But that is the truth. The rest of it, I really love it. But it's just I always don't really love it, that big massive bit, because it does feel like something went massively wrong in the divine plan, which is why I always describe it like I feel the film The Adjustment Bureau is like me and him, because they're doing everything in their power to stop them being together, and it's like fuck off. You know what I mean? And I just hope it ends like the end of that film where they kiss and everyone disappears, and it's like, yeah, you just let us fucking get on with it. But it's quite funny actually because I watched my twin flames favorite film the other night there because I found it on and I thought, oh yeah, great, thanks, yeah. I'm just trying to forget how I feel, and then I find the only time we had a conversation about what his favorite film was, but which was The Born Identity. But yeah, I love the wee song at the end. You know, it's like I can't do it, but it's Moby, and it's like a wee exciting tune bit. So, but yeah, crown. So crown chakra, I feel this masculine's getting all the downloads at the crown chakra. This could have happened ages ago, by the way, and I'm just telling you a story when it happened. Or this could be happening right fucking now, or it could be happening soon, next week. Who knows? But it could be happening with the moon actually this week. But when things happen at the crown chakra, it's like crown chakra lit. This person's like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong life. I need to get to my person. It's not quite like that, but it is. Whether or not somebody can do something about that, it's quite intense what I'm feeling right now. Right to know, go beyond attachments, divine alignment. Yeah, this person's breaking free of attachments, fear, things, people that have kept them stuck, for unity. Vision of unity. And all they've got a vision of is being with the feminine. Focus on the light. Right to see, releasing illusion. Yeah, absolutely. Releasing the illusion. Pineal activation. That's your third eye. Crown chakra activations, third eye activations, illusions being revealed. I pulled with the charms earlier. The owl was the last one, and I didn't say because I ended the video and I noticed, but the little Paris charm was there again, which is always my sign of, well, obviously it could be something to do with Paris, but it's also well, love. But it reminds me specifically of Sex in the City, of the episode where Big goes to get Carrie. So there is, yeah, there's a big reunion vibe in this. Like, go get your girl. Whether you want to, what Goodwill Hunting, go get your girl. Sex in the City, go get your girl. And if your girl is a guy, go get your guy. Whatever the go get the divine feminine. And one of the shorts was really like that too. I don't know for what day, but anyway, um, right, we're done here. So unless anybody wants a paid personal, or is anyone in the membership still here? I don't know if Renee's still going to be here because that was quite a while. Renee, if you're still here, speak now, and I will do your new moon cards. Anyone else that is in the second level of the membership, I'll do yours when I catch you. Hopefully, you catch me. I'll be live again on Thursday. But if for any reason you don't catch me on Thursday either, just tell me if you want it in private, and I'll do. Do you want yours just now, Renee? When I finish this, tell me. I'll put a if I remember, I'll put a post in the membership. But yeah, just tell me if you want it in public or private, because rather than it dragging on. But if you're happy to wait a little bit, then it's just more fun. Most people usually like to get it in public like this, but if there's something more private going on, you want it, then I'll do it in the membership, and it's no problem at all. But yeah, I will be in the membership. Not tonight because I really want to eat something. So I'll be in the membership on Thursday, probably like afternoon time. I'll put a wee message. It'll be you. When you say you'll wait, do you mean I'm just going to do these charms and then we're finished? This collective message. But do you want it tonight? Like, because I can do yours tonight, like now, or do you want it like Thursday? Right. So these are the charms to go with what I've just channeled. So yeah, I hope whoever these messages meant something, found bits of it can resonate, all of it can resonate. The other confusing thing is this could be about your masculine, but this hasn't happened yet. They could be in the part where they're trying to annoy you, basically, or however else you would describe it. Like they could be in tonight. Who knows? Let it go. Live your own life. Right. So, and on that note, that's quite funny because I've just picked up the charm where it's like a little. You can't see the cat's face on either side of it, so it always feels to me like it's like a shady sort of female energy because it's a cat on the moon, and the moon is the feminine energy. So there's something, there's like a shady sort of female involved here. And so use your discernment And yeah, keep your discernment on high. Oh my God, you're kidding. Keep your discernment on high alert because there's free owls. So I feel if you are the feminine energy in particular, I feel you've got three wise women around you, or like three really good best friends that look out for you when this spell work's going on and gossip and confusion around the masculine because there's an octopus. Um, and there's another bat. So if we actually got two bats, we've got two bats, three owls, an octopus. That's like, this is really dark energy. Like for the way that they speak to me. And then we've got another cat there as well. No, I think that might be a tiger. So that's feminine energy too. But and then we've got a fairy on a star. So that's like someone feeling like you're a bit unattainable. Somebody could look at like you like you're a bit of a unicorn. Like, I can't reach them. They're in another timeline. But the lovely little message that's coming now is the last two charms left are two unicorns. And that's symbolic of this masculine collective being like, oh my God, I'm a unicorn too. We're actually very similar. We're different because they're not exactly identical unicorns, but they are both unicorns. That's nuts. Like, sorry, that is so hilarious that whenever, oh my God, and look at my eyes just homed in on the big witchcraft. Well, I've put it away again, but it's yeah. No, look, see, like I don't like that symbol. I know that some people are right, but I don't like that. I just always think like really dark witchcraft when I see that. And it's not that's not always what it is. It depends the intention you're using, but I don't like it. But it's it's just funny that when Barbie said I'm a unicorn, I always say, "Oh, we're all unicorns," because you know what I mean. Like from the very start, unicorns have been a thing on the twin flame journey on this channel, and I always just describe it like you both look at each other like you're a unicorn, like you're like you're too good to be true, and so either you both sabotage it or someone sabotages it, um, but you're both unicorns, and look now they're looking at each other. They're different, but they are both unicorns. And that's the way I'm channeling. I'm channeling. This is the way that this group of masculines feel. Like they're just total change in perspective. So, but all right, so you don't want it now. Ah, I see. Okay. That might be wise actually, because it's Sag Moon on Thursday, and it's the new moon. Do you know what I'm saying? So, whereas tonight is a wee bit, I don't know, it's a bit of an eerie energy. Actually, let's see. Is Scotland? What's happened? Football scores. Oh my God, guys! Is it finished? They've won! They fucking won! The healing worked. I'm joking. We can't take credit, but is that? Oh my God, Scotland! Oh my God, people are going to be partying. Shit, that's. Look at the shock. I did have the feeling it was in the air. I did hint it, and I almost. Fuck, I wish I'd said it. I almost predicted it on the shorts. It does look like that. Scotland, Denmark. I mean, it might not be finished though. Let's not get excited here. I think it is finished though. Or is it still on? Is it? Oh no, it's on right now. Oh dear. Don't celebrate yet. Wow, that's amazing. I did feel they were going to do well. Wait a minute though. Live, what people are saying. Scotland is going to the World Cup. Wait a minute. Is anyone? Uh, I'm not very good at working this out. Scotland qualify for yeah, they have. Oh, maybe wait a minute. Is it just happened right now? Sorry, I need to check. So I need to put the tele mute. If I have just literally decided to finish the live stream right as that game's finished, creepy much. I wasn't joking when I said I felt I was meant to be putting some good vibes out there. Let's see. Let's just because it looking very much. I mean, they might have finished ages ago, but it's looking very much like I'm seeing the thing saying 6 minutes ago. No, maybe it had. Maybe it did happen hours ago. What am I talking about? No, if it started, I think it started at 7:45. Oh, I really can't. This is too much maths for me. This is too much maths. Let's just see. I just need to check. My God, though. Wow. Wow. My uncle lives in England and he went to Glasgow especially for it. I think my sister's boyfriend might be there too. But wow, people are going to be people in Scotland are going to be in a good mood. I can't fucking see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know when the fuck this thing ends. Oh, is it? Wait a minute. Is it here? I th- Guys, I think that just it has just fucking. I've literally just started to end this right as if it has just ended. This is freaky. Oh my God, that's amazing. Fuck me. Do you know what? Like, look, who knows, right? Who knows if we had anything to do with putting some good vibes out there, but they don't often win. That's all I'm fucking saying. And I thought this is really weird. How have I ended up starting this when that is starting? Because I wanted to watch it. But if I watched it, I wouldn't have been able to generate good vibes and prayers. And listen, if you're not around it, you'll see when I pray for people, they feel it. They felt it. Because they don't usually win. But no, that is true. If I had been sitting watching it, obviously I would have been sending good vibes, but I can send better big vibes when I'm doing things like this. Oh, that's nice. It's nice seeing all the happy people. Imagine I saw my uncle on the telly or something. That'd be quite funny. I knew it. I'm so annoyed. I should have said it. I did feel they were going to win. So I feel this is a very good sign for this whole reading as well because we've got the crown chakra and the vision of unity. I feel like a fucking miracle's going to happen here. Like that's a miracle that they just won. It's like doesn't usually go that way. That's why I had to double check what I was fucking seeing here. Oh, that's nice. You've got all the wee kids and they're all like celebrating. That's cute. This is history, guys. I need to go and watch this. This is fucking amazing. Right. Anyway, so I'm not being funny, but people aren't making a very big deal about it around where I live. It's quiet as fuck around here. Well, it's like, I think I would have heard more buses. You know, it's quite funny. Right. So, anyway, soul. Discover your soul purpose. I think that's quite a good place to end this, right? Because twin flames, the theory is that you're one half of the same soul. Congratulations, yes, I feel like it's happened to me. No, but it's no thanks, really. I will say thank you on behalf of Scotland because that is a big, even if you're not a big football fan, you know, people will be really happy about that. Because, like I said, I had wanted to watch it, but I was just going to catch it on replay. But now I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't. But I'm not really, because I'm not kidding when I say whenever there's big things going on in the world, it's usually just big bad things that I get. I'm meant to sit here to generate the healing to send out there. But in this case, I do feel it was for that. Because that'll just really lift people's spirits that are like feeling like in a dark night, feeling really down right now, like all over Scotland. So that's just lovely. Anyway, I'm just going to keep repeating myself, but that's really nice. But yes, I feel the other half of your soul, or whatever way you want to see it, if this resonates for you, I feel there is going to be a reunion of the soul parts very soon. But I've just realised I can't end it right now because I did want to use the oh my god, are they not in there? Yeah. I wanted to use the wee Tantra deck that I got because we can't it'd be a bit rude to not on the do you know what I'm not missing here? I've went right back to making the same kind of mess. I've had like a month of this place being really tidy and not having a and I've just made the exact same oh my god. Anyway, you know. It's fine. I'll tidy it up because I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back. See, that's part of the message. Somebody can't go back. Somebody doesn't want to go back to how it was, and you're not gonna, because I'm not gonna either. Like, I'm gonna tidy this up tomorrow so that it's not like this. when I come back to do it on Thursday because I like it being tidy in here. Right, okay, so sacred ritual. Rituals in Tantra are used to create intentional and sacred experiences, deepening the spiritual connection. Like when I sat down to send good vibes out to Scotland. Incorporate sacred rituals into your relationship. These rituals can deepen your connection and bring you closer. Ecstatic union. Tantric practices aim to create an ecstatic union where physical and spiritual energies merge harmoniously. Experience the ecstasy of a true union with true twin flames. So somebody could have made a mistake about a false twin flame when we saying it like that. Let go of inhibitions and allow yourselves to be fully immersed in love. That's quite intense, guys. Right, I'm going to leave it on surprisingly a happy note for a Scorpio sun and moon. Yeah, I'll see you on Thursday for the new moon in Scorpio. And then we will get back to the Capricorn moon on the Monday with Mediumship Monday. But yeah, I'll see you on Thursday if you're going to catch me. And like I said, if you are in the membership in the second level, I'll do your new moon cards when I do Renee's as well. And if you want, if you'd prefer it in private in the membership, then just let me know. Other than that, if you want a private, if you want a private, no, if you want a private, I don't know what I was going to start singing Tina Turner. If you want a private session, I will. Oh, I mean, like, will I be about? What day is tomorrow? Wednesday? No, it's today. Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday. Or Wednesday. What's day? What's day is today? Today's Tuesday, isn't it? I'm going to celebrate by eating, Renee. It's like, yeah, I don't think I'll be about for a session tomorrow, to be honest. But I could be about for a Zoom before I do the live stream on here, if anybody wants that. I'm not working on Friday. I think I will just want to watch The Office all day and not look at the date, actually, because that always feels like the longest day in the world. But have a great birthday, Twin Flame. I'll be saying that again on Thursday. But you mean it's yeah. Anyway, bye. I don't think there's any more to say, so yes. Celebrate good times. Come on. Well done, Scotland. Right. I like Denmark too, but well done, Scotland. I love see, oh my god, actually. See, I think that's how I knew they were going to win as well. Because it's this shocking, surprising energy. Like, trust me, there'll be loads of people all around the world that'll be fucking shocked. They'll be fucking shocked. But I'm not, I'm a little surprised. I'm not that shocked because I did have more of a good feeling than a bad feeling. Love it. Right. Ending this now. So, see you later.